Hi. I'm Mike, and I'm so glad you're here today. I'm here with my family, and today we're going to be propagating these wonderful Moonshine Snake Plants through a water propagation method. So, you all ready to dig in?
Sure am, Mike.
Let's grow! To do the water propagation for your Moonshine Snake Plant, you're going to need a few things. So Amy, can you tell the folks about the things we're going to need or they're going to need to do this?
Absolutely. First, we need some alcohol.
What do we need that for?
And then we're going to spray our utensils to make sure there's no germs. So Rachel, will you help me? We have a pair of scissors. I'm going to open
But put it closer to the green so we don't hit the plant.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you.
then we're going to spray one side. Now switch. Okay.
Very important. You don't want to get pathogens into the plant when we do the cutting. You may have seen this in a lot of our videos. We do that.
And next are the shears, and go ahead and open those up. You flip that there. Flip it the other way. I think like this. Okay, get it open.
Here, let me hold it.
Yeah, you open it up.
It's the easiest thing in the world.
Well,
No, it does. I love those shears, those pruning shears, but they get stuck sometimes.
Okay. So there we go. Yes.
Or just leave them. Yeah, that's fine. It may not lock. Just let it.
We also need, right now we're going to be doing 4 different propagations. So we have 4 see-through plastic cups right from your regular pantry. And we're going to use water to fill those up. And then here we have 4 that we cut little styrofoam. They're actually foam things that you can get in your packaging materials. And then I just use the cup to make a little circle and cut them to size because they're going to float in the water. And we're going to use that to propagate our plants.
Yes, and these are great. This is the condensed foam. Those are pretty common when you get stuff from Amazon or other deliveries. And we love it because it floats. And we'll show you in the process how cool that is on taking care of the moonshine.
Yeah. And one thing Mike mentioned earlier, and I didn't mention just now, is that not the corky type of foam, but more of the
Condensed.
condensed.
Yeah. So the Moonshine Snake Plant, we've done a houseplant care video on this, and we absolutely love this plant. I absolutely love this plant. And if you could hold it up, Stephanie, I want Rachel to point to it. Do you see that? Isn't that beautiful? That's why they call this the Moonshine Snake Plant. It's got this beautiful moon glow. Isn't it beautiful?
I've never seen a prettier plant.
Oh, you love your other plant. We did a video too, though. You love.
I love it. Oh, this,
This is pretty. I love this color. It's so cool. And it will have this, especially the new growth will have this really cool look to it. All right, so put that down. Now, what we're going to do is we're not going to be repotting Mama here. Oh, there's a new growth here too. So cute. We're going to be repotting or propagating her sister here because I inadvertently in our home in Miami, I put this one too close to the shelf and it got some afternoon sun and I thought I had the blinds and I burned her. But these are still perfectly good. These are healthy leaves. We're going to propagate this one and use these cuttings to propagate in water. So with that, I'm going to set this one over here. And if we can, I'm going to switch with you, Steph, and I'm going to start the process. All right, so we're going to go in. Ready? You guys ready for surgery? Ready? And remember, always spray my hands too, and I did that before, with alcohol too, so you don't actually have something on your hands that can get in there and cause a problem for the plant. So this is the dead piece. We're just going to cut through this. Here's one. We've got 4 cups here. We're going to cut this one in half, this side down, obviously the point. So there's 1, 2. And then oh, it's right here in front of me. Here's the other one. And I don't mind about this. I'm going to keep this. I'm just going to cut this one here. And this one I cut on a weird angle. So I'm going to cut this piece off. And this is the top, and this is the bottom actually. So these are the bottom of the snake plant. And now, what I'll do is I'll switch back with you and then you guys can help me with the final fun process. Now, if we could fill up, you want to have water that sat out for at least 48 hours. You want to fill up the cup about halfway, kind of like what Amy did here. So fill up all 4, please. Nice. Now, this part's so much fun. Amy, can you cut?
Kids in the candy store.
I love this. This is so much fun to do.
Or a knife and a
Cut.
plant store.
Yeah, yeah, I never leave. Amy, will you cut? Now we're gonna cut this with a slice halfway through. Not all the way through, just halfway through, like a Pac-Man.
Relevant.
Now, can you hand me the pointed cutting? The first one? Rach, that one? Thank you. And a piece of foam that's cut. And that's really easy. You just want to go like this. Boop. You don't have to have it all the way in, but you want to have just about an inch below. You want to set it in the wall. Oops. Oopsie daisy. We need to,
Cut it a little bit.
yeah, we need to cut a little bit more. But not all the way through. There we go. I'm kind of making this hard for myself because this is, boom.
Twinkle.
Now we have it down there just a little bit, and it keeps the whole plant from falling in there. And that the plant's not going to do well if you try to do that unless you put just a little bit of water and set the plant down in there. But we like doing little foam pieces because they float. Ta-da! And you just rinse and repeat. Okay, so this is the bottom. This one, I remember. You may have to cut this one a little bit. Oh, I got it. Boop. This is the tops. Oh, nope.
There you go.
No, it's not sticking. This one's tough. This one's being a little tough. It's not a green. I'm gonna try to
You can do it.
catch it from this side. I don't know why it's this. It usually works right away. Okay, I'm gonna have to angle this one. This one's not behaving. That one looks good. Oh, I think we're gonna do what Rachel just did, which is,
Double it up.
oh, bingo, bango. That's fantastic. So if you're, these are pretty big chunky pieces. Some people, like this one's real thin, but these are heavier pieces. So you could do a double like Rachel did, and it's gonna pinch it more. But this is the top, so we wanna have it in. There we go.
Bingo.
Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait up to a month, it could be a little bit longer, and then we're gonna come back and show you how these guys rooted, and then we'll replant them. But before we go, I got a surprise for Amy.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember we have the shovel? Why do we have the shovel here?
The trowel? I don't know.
Because we have what's behind you.
This?
Yes. That's an Oxalis that I totally not, this is bonus round, totally didn't, it's not part of this plant propagation, but I propagated her in water and she's just doing so cute. So I wanted to gift this to Amy because these have these beautiful yellow, beautiful white flowers. Done a houseplant care video on this, but she's ready to go in soil. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this aside real quick and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna repot her in soil so Amy can have her own lucky shamrock, luck of the Irish. All right, so let's go set that up. Now we're back. It's been a few months, Amy. How many months has it been since?
It's been 3 months.
3 months for these guys to root. And if we could, Stephanie, could you scroll in? We're gonna come up close for you and show you. Our first one here didn't seem to root very well or at all. So out of the 4, we had 3 successes. The one next to it has some nice roots and a baby. We have a cute little baby already started. The other one has some nice roots as well. The third one, and the 4th one has another baby. And we're just very, very happy that they have rooted. It did take a bit of time. The Moonshine Snake Plant we have found is that she's a little bit slower at rooting, and sometimes they don't root at all, and that's fine. We're gonna give this one here a little more time, but probably after another week or two, if she doesn't root, it's probably just not gonna take, and we'll just have to move on.
And during those 3 months, every, I'd say 10 days,
Mhm.
2 weeks, I would change out the water and put in fresh water.
Yeah, super important. That helps get oxygen back in there, it reduces the algae. You also want to put this container in another closed or dark container, an opaque container to keep algae from building, which will rob some of the oxygen. So now that we have that, we're going to talk about the items you need to complete the process of the propagation. So who wants to start off and tell us?
You need indoor potty mix,
Yes,
perlite,
yes.
worm foot casting,
The worm castings, yes. And then the Bigfoot mycorrhizal. And we'll do that when, Stephanie?
at the very, very end.
At the end, as we're putting the Moonshine Snake Plant babies in their new container. So we're also going to need what else, Amy?
Well, of course, we need the containers,
Mm-hmm.
and then some water,
Yes,
and a trowel, and then of course we use a bucket to mix our mixture.
yes.
And gloves.
And
And gloves.
I don't like getting dirt in my hands.
But we have a bonus round for you at the end, because you see one of these things is not like the other. This one here, we're going to show you at the very end. This one is we're going to have a special guest appearance of another plant that we propagated that follows back on a video we did a few months ago for you. So we'll show you that at the end. So right now what we need to do is we pre-mixed our potting mix, the mix that we like to use for growing the Moonshine Snake Plant. We've done a video on how to care for this plant, and then we had it in percentages in the past. So we're going to break it down into parts, and we use 8 parts of
8 parts indoor potty mix, one part
perlite, and then we're going to do 1 part worm castings,
worm casting.
and then we'll use
just a dash of
right.
Bigfoot.
We're going to use a teaspoonful. Rach, what does that look like? Oh, there we go. Teaspoonful of the mycorrhizal that goes into the pot. So what we'll do now is we've already pre-mixed this, and we've put these pots together, these new homes for the plants, and we're going to pre-wet the soil. That's what we like to do. So that's for our bonus plant. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Step. And you just continue to do this for all of them. Stephanie, can you take the trowel now and sort of tamp the ones that we just did, like up and down, like you're going to go like a washing machine, like this. We like to do this. We may bring some more water back in. You want to get the water down in there because it makes it easier for the plants when we do the propagation we found. And just do this one and the other ones. So we're almost there. And now if Amy could come back one more time and just do a 2 count of water there, because sometimes the soil, because it's a real well-drained soil mix, the water will run through, and you want to kind of have it wetted enough so that the plant roots have contact with a lot of the soil when they get in there. Okay, so now the fun part is we're going to take our we're going to move this bucket out of the way, and just move the worm castings out of the way. And let's start with the first one, which we can't. So Amy, can you hold this one? And that one we'll leave out for a little bit while longer. But we're going to start with this one with the baby right now. All right, Steph, I'm going to pull her out. If you hold the plant. And if you may recall from the first part of our video, this is the foam that we use for her to root. And look at that. Look at that, she's got a little baby right there.
She's a beaut.
So cute, so cute. Now, if you could use the trowel, we'll put this down, Steph. If you could take the trowel and open up just a straight up and down, and wiggle it straight up and down. And then we'll show the folks what you did. All right, so try to make, like that. Pull it up, and we'll show that we have a divot. Let's pick that up and lean it towards the camera, please. All right, good. So you just want to create a divot enough to plant the plant, not too deep. This can go a little bit under the soil because she's going to come up and form a root base here. So we're going to slide her in into this here. And that's it. And you just want to backfill. So you don't have to go very far down. So
want
let me.
the baby to stay above the soil.
Part of her can be below, but the tip can be above. And you don't have to go very far. So once we get it planted, you only have to go down an inch or so. And then I'm way over here. So if you guys can help me out and just hold it one while the other one tamps. What we'll do now is we're going to add the Bigfoot, but we're going to show you this up close. All right, Stephanie, can you show them, can you pick up this one here, the first one we did, and I can show them the root, the baby coming out. This is what we're talking about. You want to have a little bit of that growth sticking up, and then we've added some water, but we're gonna add some mycorrhizal to this top and let that water in, and Rachel's gonna add that to the top. Right around there, you can just put it all around, but don't cover the little baby growth. Put it on the other side, right? And on the back side, perfect. And this helps create a really cool soil profile. Now, if you could add some water. There you go. And we are on the back side too. Thank you, Amy. And there we have it. So if you're, can you lift this up again, Steph? If your growth starts to get covered a little bit, you can just gently move the soil away. We'll come back and do that so that new growth will come up. But it's okay if you have new growth when they're propagating inside. If these get submerged a little bit, they're okay. They're gonna shoot through the soil. Well, actually, I'll pull it out of the water so you can see this better. Isn't it pretty? Look at that. So pretty. So it's okay if this gets submerged in the soil. She's gonna keep growing through the soil and pop up. All right, so now that we've done the first one, all we have to do is rinse and repeat. But look, y'all, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just love that color on the moonshine. Such a pretty plant. And we have just made three moonshines from, which mama did we take her from? I can't remember. It was from a burnt piece that we had.
Three for the price of one.
3 for 1. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the bonus round. Should we go into the bonus round? Bonus round. We're going to bring out the ZZ plant. So we need the big container over here first. The ZZ, when we did a house propagation video on, we were cutting through the soil and we ended up cutting the stem of this ZZ raven. And I mentioned in that video that these can propagate just by the stem. And lo and behold, look what we have here, Amy. Can you pull her out of there? Look at all those roots. Chocker block full. Chocker block full. And this will form a whole new plant. And you can see right down here, she's getting her bulb massing. This is where they start to hold. We'll be able to start sending out new baby shoots. And you'll have a whole new ZZ Raven soon. So what we're going to do is the same thing. This plant has a similar soil needs as the moonshine, because these plants want a well-drained mix, because they hold a lot of water in both in their bulbs and their stems and in their root mass. And they are very, very tough plants. Love these plants. So you want to just make sure you cover the roots, have it done just about an inch or two, backfill, super easy peasy. You can add the mycorrhizal now. Sometimes you can put the mycorrhizal in the pit as you're planting. That's another way you can do this. I like to have it on top right when we're doing the planting, because when you water it in, it kind of just dissipates a little bit better throughout the soil. That's why we have those stake pieces. I'll hold this here for you, and we probably need a stake to keep her. Oh yeah, there you go, Rachel. You could just add it all the way around. Thank you, Rachel. Then we're gonna do the water. I love the water part. I don't know why.
That's why you like tea punches.
Yeah, you can. I also have a little orchid clip somewhere over there. Maybe, can you push the stake a little further down, Rach, into the soil? Is that all the way down? Good. And let's see how this does. Maybe we need to tamp the soil a little bit more.
Do we need a little more soil?
No, soil's fine. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to pull up because the plant is kind of out of frame. Look at that. Bonus round. And now, a Hoya tricolor. Now where's our fourth container?
Okay.
Here we have the mix here, the soil mix for her.
Look at those roots.
Yes. Aren't they amazing? Wow. Yes. So pretty. God, she's really taken off.
Hold
I'll be
it
fine.
towards the top. So I
Trying
can,
to grab that.
Yeah.
It's done.
yeah, there you go.
And then you can push down the edges along the edge of the rim. Yeah. There we go. Thank you. I absolutely love this Hoya. We love this Hoya. Remember, Amy, we did a video just a while outside. Mama, great grandmother now, because there's so many cuttings we're making from cuttings. Let's see. Let's see. We want to make sure she doesn't pull herself out of the. Okay, this leaf is holding her in place. Okay, Amy, that's good. You can try that. Water her in. And voila. What we're going to do is we're going to zoom back out. I'm going to get back on camera, and we're going to show you some of her parents. I can't remember where we got this cutting. Was this from Mama or from also one of these? So we're going to show you her Mama, and she is now. This is the grandchild of the one outside that we actually did a video. Okay, so what we'll do now is I'm going to pull back and get back on cam here. We did it, y'all. Thank you all so much. You're a great part of this, and we hope that you guys can do this as well. So, Stephanie, how many plants did we get to today? How many of the moonshine did we propagate?
We did 3 of the moonshine.
Why not 4? What happened?
Because one did not grow roots.
So, Amy, were you being nice to all 4? And
Absolutely. He made me talk to them, which I did.
okay, so that will happen
And then they started
sometimes.
talking back to me.
No playing favorites here.
And sometimes they won't propagate, and that's okay. But we had a pretty good success rate, I must say, from a damaged leaf. So that's really cool. That leaf was sunburned. So we have 3 new babies, and what you're going to want to do is just put this in a place where you can get some medium light. You can look back to our channel because we have a whole video on how to take care of the Moonshine Snake Plant. And now we're on to the ZZ. Wasn't that cool?
ZZ plant.
ZZ Raven. You know what? Can you turn her around gently so they can see the leaves and just rotate, keep rotating, please, Rachel, a little more so that they can see these beautiful, beautiful gunmetal gray. Keep turning a little more, Rach, a little more. There we go. That's just so beautiful. It's such an exotic, I said that twice, exotic, 3 times, houseplant. Really cool houseplant. And also our tricolor Hoya, which was a cutting from her right over here. And these guys are actually,
We had the giant ones back behind
yeah,
us.
the ones that are really taken off. Those are the babies from Mama outside. And now this is the grandbaby because we took this cutting from this one here. And so the Hoya tricolor is super,
family tree.
yeah, and the Hoya tricolor is super easy to propagate. We've done videos on our channel to that. So we just wanted to bring you in and show you that we've done another propagation because I just love doing propagation videos. So we've actually got several bonus rounds for you. And with that, I did want to leave it to my family, my nieces, if they have any questions for me or for folks in
like
general.
and subscribe.
Yeah, thank you, Steph.
Yep. If you have any comments, leave them down below, or if you have any questions, leave them down
Yes,
below.
and you can also ask us via email. Some folks have been doing that, and we try to get back to in the comment section. It's pretty easy because we rotate through those much more. We're quicker at getting to those because the emails get overloaded. We get overloaded quite a bit now these days. Do you have any questions, young Rachel?
Do you have a favorite?
Well, between you and Stephanie, she's your older sister, so I loved her when she came. But then you came and you had this smile about you. I can't pick favorites because what did our mom say? I'd always ask my mom who's her favorite
She
kid.
says I have a favorite, so what's your favorite?
So, oh, you mean plants? I don't know. I'm just going the moonshine, but I just love the moonshine so much. I would say no.
I'm gonna
Of all these,
I'm picking the
I think I'm going back to the Hoya.
Oh,
But the moonshine's so cool. That's what our whole video is about. Is the
But
moonshine
this
propagation.
forest
They're all
smell
cute.
was so fun.
I
Yes.
think I might pick the ZZ Raven.
Oh, nice.
Because
Okay.
it's different.
It's
Well,
different.
the
It's
good part is you can have your whole garden with a variety of plants.
yes,
And
yes.
You can make them yourself.
And you make more.
Yes,
You don't have to
yes.
buy it.
And these are all of these are great house plants. Every one of them. They're low maintenance. And again, you can check to our channel. We've done videos on how to take care of all these plants. And until next video, we just want to say bye.
Bye.
Okay. What am I supposed to say?
All right. Okay. All right.
I was so good in dry run.
Okay.
Okay, focus. Focus. Help me. You guys ever gonna behave like at all? If you snap a hand off, it took me forever to glue this.
Are we going to redo it again?
Do we need more than-
the video.
It's spitting in my nose.
No, that's what will happen with perlite. Doesn't that look good?
No, it's everything.
Can we?
I'm glad
We
you're
always
doing
have
it
to
on that.
remake these.
It's in my nose.
So everybody, be careful when mixing this because some of the fines will get brought up in the air and you'll inhale them sometimes, but it's not. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And tell your friends and family. We post videos weekly. Thanks.